How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm going to be debuting the 99 overall MVP Bryce Harper. I picked up this card for 210,000 stubs. He's a 7th inning program boss, and I'm going to be using him in right field, batting him in the cleanup spot. I still think that Larry Walker is a little bit better, and I'll probably sell Harper because I'm going to choose him once I complete that program. But as you can see, this Bryce Harper card is going to be extremely effective. If you don't have Larry Walker, I would definitely be choosing this card and using him in right field. His swing is much better than some other right fielders that we have in the game, like Reggie Jackson. For example, I know that this guy has more of a budget team. He's using Reggie Jackson, the opponent that I'm going up against. I use Reggie Jackson on the bench. He has a little bit more of a slower swing, and Bryce Harper is going to have a little bit better defense out in right field as well. I was kind of hoping that the developers would give him 77 fielding, so that way when you prestige the card, you would get it up to 80, and he would have that gold defense in right. And then I was kind of also hoping that he would have 82 reaction to be able to prestige him up to 85, but he's still going to be pretty good out there in right. Anyway, here he is, his very first at-bat facing Johnny Cueto. And I just didn't wait on this one long enough. As you can see, though, he has a very good swing, a very nice quick swing. And also, this pitch was low and away. I just needed to go with that one, hit it to the opposite field. But anyway, now we're going up against his creative player. And very first pitch of the game, he's trying to lay down a drag bunt. So immediately, I'm going to go ahead and adjust my defense, bring the first baseman and third baseman in on the bunt defense, and then move the second baseman in as well, just in case they do drop a drag bunt right to that second base gap area. Anyway, he bloops it into left field to get this inning going. 99 speed on first base. And now we got to face Kenny Lofton. So I already know, a double play is most likely not going to happen. Doesn't really matter if I leave these guys in the double play depth. I'm going to use them in a bunt defense because I don't want him to lay down a drag bunt and then he has runners on first and third or something like that with Reggie Jackson coming up. I also think he might steal. Anyway, what I just said didn't work out. That didn't happen. He hit a ground ball up the middle. Corey Kluber didn't even react to it. Almost kind of teleported a little bit. But I changed my camera view. I changed it up to strike zone. So that way I figured I could see his runner at second base. I knew he was going to try and steal eventually. And we end up getting him picked off there. So now we're going with the sinker up and away. That was not a good spot at all. I think he's going to steal once again, so I'm going with the pitch out. I have an 0-2 count. I'm way ahead in the count. I might as well throw one out of the strike zone, try and get him caught stealing, and we do. So we're playing against the guy who's going to try and cheese his way along the bases and try and manufacture runs in that way. It is what it is. I just have to continue to pay attention and make sure that I make the right adjustments, even though so far on defense, my defensive movements around have not worked out for me, but it should work out a little bit later in this game as long as we can kind of minimize with guys on base. I'm kind of not really doing anything at the plate, though. I mean, here he gets a situation where he's got a runner on first. He's batting his pitcher in the 8 hole and trying to manufacture, a run, get him in scoring position for JT Realmuto. I was trying to throw that ball outside of the strike zone, and we end up getting out of the inning with this crazy infield play from Babe Ruth. So now we really need to get something going. We're only up 1 run. We have Bryce Harper in his debut, smacking a base hit on a perfect line drive. I would have loved to get under that a little bit, smack it out on a no-doubt home run to right field, but then this opponent ends up losing connection. I don't think Bryce Harper caused that rage quit or this opponent to lose connection or anything just off of a base hit. We were able to play, a couple more innings, but maybe he was a little frustrated that he wasn't able to maneuver around the bases like he would have wanted to. Anyway, in this next game, we're going up against Corey Kluber. This opponent, I kind of recognize his PSN name. I'm not sure if I've played him before. It just, something stuck out. Maybe I've seen him comment over on the YouTube channel. I'm not entirely sure. But both of these opponents sent me a friendly quit. I didn't really know either of them. But I kind of thought about it. I might have recognized this guy's PSN from somewhere, but I didn't know where. So I just wanted to play. We're using Bryce Harper in right field. He hasn't really gotten any action or any fly balls out there where we can test out his range or anything. We've really only gotten some clips with him up at the plate. I popped up a couple times. We were able to knock a base hit in that first game, so at least he does have a good batting average at 500 up until this point. I don't know what happened in center field with Mickey Mantle. Mike Trout is going to get a double, though. That didn't count as an error. I'll take it. I'm working towards that prestige. Mike Trout, I ended up striking out with Babe Ruth. That was a terrible situation where I just chased a changeup low. And now we have Bryce Harper up, 0-2 count. And I thought for sure I was going to be able to get a pretty good jump with Trout. I didn't think that that ball was going to ricochet off the back wall like it did. And that's probably the second time that I've done that the entire year, where I send the runner and it was just a reaction. Like if that ball kicks away to the left or the right, then I'm in there safely with 90 speed. Also, I got a brand new at-bat with Bryce Harper coming up. So we got to look at the positives with just running ourselves out of the inning with a base runner that probably shouldn't have been there to begin with. Anyway, Bryce Harper up in his first at-bat, second time around in this very first game. Just had to reset the at-bat. Anyway, popped up a sinker right down the middle. I would love to have that pitch back. I had great timing on it. I was just way under it. Just really didn't move the PCI. Kind of just, my eyes lit up as that pitch came in. I didn't move it, and I just pressed X, hoping for a no-doubter. Anyway, we got a base hit with Pablo Sanchez. We got something cooking here. First and second, and we hit a perfect line drive with Chipper Jones, but that's going to be tracked down by Mickey Mantle. At least we are able to move up to third base, and we're just more likely to score with 84 speed on third base rather than trying to, rip a base hit up the middle, and sometimes we get thrown out at the plate trying to be aggressive. Anyway, that's not going to happen. Craig Biggio flies out to left center field. I just missed that sinker. I was looking for that pitch, but I did indeed miss it. That previous game we were on All-Star, and this game we're on Hall of Fame. So kind of that pitch differential, or I guess that velocity differential, was kind of throwing me off a little bit. I felt like I was early on both difficulties, though. I was fouling off a lot of pitches, hitting a lot of pitches well, but just foul, just pulling off of them. And so far, we've only been able to put up one run, which is kind of crazy, but we're able to keep ourselves in the game with our pitching. Oral Hershiser is up to bat here, and this opponent threw a fastball down the middle, and this is a great example. I mean, this might be the only foul home run that I'm showing, but it is with the pitcher, so that's probably the reason. But I had a lot of these foul ball hits or line drives that would have been base hits, just yanking them foul, into the stands or down the line, right to the first baseman we had a couple times. But on a 3-1 count, we're ripping a base knock with Oral Hershiser, so when the hitting is not going as well as we possibly could, we get a knock with our pitcher, sets us up for something here with Mike Trout, and I'm just expecting a home run. Anytime you get something going with your pitcher, it just seems like the next ball is hit out. This one, however, is hit off the base of that wall there. I thought he could have made that play, and I still almost got thrown out at second base with Oral Hershiser. Anyway, Babe Ruth hits a line drive right to the shortstop. Just a lot of atom balls in this game. Just line drives right to him. Some of my better swings were just smacked right to the fielders, and then, sometimes you get rewarded on a very late jammed hit with Mickey Mantle, score the first run of this ball game. But that's amazing because I'm expecting yet again another home run situation here. It just seems that's the way the game plays, and I'm looking to be aggressive. I tried to hit that cutter out for a home run, low and in. He follows it up with a couple pitches up in the zone, and we go deep with Bryce Harper in his debut. That is an amazing no-doubter. I probably should have replayed it just to take a look at how far it went, the exit velocity and everything. But I wanted to try and continue to hit the ball because I was struggling a little bit. But as you can see, the ones I'm squaring it up, just fly outs to the warning track, line drives right to them. It happens. I'm just looking to play more games consistently on Hall of Fame. Now that if we win this one, we should be up near the 800 rating, and hopefully match up with more people in the 700s as well. But this opponent was also trying to manufacture a run. Here he tries to lay down a bunt, and that's a pretty solid play. Worst case, you move the runner to second base, and Craig Biggio does have the speed in order to beat that bunt out for an infield hit. Anyway, in this situation, I didn't change my pitching camera. He stole third. I had no idea he was even going, but that's one of the reasons why I like to kind of mix my pitching view up a little bit from pitcher offset to strike zone, because I want to be able to look at those runners. Once again, we get a quit. I don't think Bryce Harper caused this rage quit, but he did hit a no-doubter and made the opponent rage quit in general. So that is solid. That's going to do it for this video. We move up to 785. I'm going to sell Bryce Harper on the market and maybe pick up another boss. Just kind of wanted to try him out for a game or two. But thank you all once again, and peace out.